Get in, nerds. We're playing Victoria 3. We just conquered Belgium, and now we're moving on to greener pastures. But first we're waiting, because we got a lot of infamy, and we don't want to go too buck-wild on infamy. Oh, we can get colonizing air. So I think our next step is going to be to either Tunis or Morocco. We haven't finished our... where is it? The natural borders of France journal yet. We need to get these areas incorporated. And I think... Let me see. Luxembourg is part of Wallonia. Alright, so... If we... It's going to be 3.6 infamy to steal that back from the Netherlands. Truthfully, I don't want to fight the Netherlands. They don't have any defensive pacts, but they have a dominion. And I don't need... I should just put... I don't need Gelra, right? I guess not. Got some bureaucratic capacity now. But I actually need more of it if I'm going to increase my investment in colonization. You see, malaria prevention is tier 4, so it's going to be a long time before that is really relevant to our situation. And we're continuing to expand into these areas, so we shouldn't have a problem with what we're currently doing. This is going, because this is going swimmingly right now. This is going really fast. Continuing to build up our iron and steel, or our steel and glass capacity. Gosh, we're way over on dyes. I hate to interrupt our another rubber rush. So this is the other option that occasionally appears, which lets us put the attraction somewhere else. I don't think it affects anything, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead and stack up some heckin' dye plantations. Got a bunch of capacity in Volta. Bunch of unemployment in the Niger Delta. Some here in Togo. And some here in South Cameroon. And what I'm going to actually do... Heck, they're all going to the top. We're just going to bang it all out. We're doing so much dye plantation building, we're going crazy with it. Just crazy. These build really fast. These build in 8 weeks. And we're doing 6 of them at once. So between that, it's going to take like a year to build all of these plantations. So that should be completely fine. In the meanwhile, our infamy will continue to decrease. So, how much infamy is it going to take to grab Tunis? I think it was like 7. Yeah, it's 7. And then it's going to take like 21 to get all of the territory in Morocco that we want to get. I'm just going to go ahead and I think... Oh, we finally succeeded at suppressing the petite bourgeoisie to the point where they're no longer able to provide their middle managers bonus. That's rad. But unfortunately it means we're going to need to build more government buildings. Let's just put a stack of 10 here in Mananjou. And unfortunately that means we're going to have to tick our industrial buildings down a little farther. I'm just going to put this one all the way at the top. And so we're going to port in Flanders. I don't need a port in Flanders that much. So these are going pretty well. Yeah, we'll work on it. It's a process. We're also near the point of completing our journal entry to cement the House of Bonaparte, which will effectively end our the divided monarchies situation completely. So that would be rad. So with the petite bourgeoisie having fallen out of power completely, all right. So they're fully suppressed. So I'm going to stop suppressing them now, because I don't need them suppressed anymore. Next, it's going to be the landowners. And what is my total suppression impact? I've got right of assembly, so that's 30%. National Guard, so that doesn't affect anything. Okay, so it's only minus 30%. That's gold getting depleted. I should be able to build gold mines there now. I can. Inner Morocco and French Guiana. Only one, but that's okay. Actually, not super urgent on it. Oh boy, we got a big construction efficiency penalty. Nah, definitely don't need that much. We'll put it at the bottom of the government sectors that we're currently got queued up here, right after all these dye plantations. There was probably a smarter way to do this, but I'm not too worried about it. I think what I'm going to do... Nah, these are going at a good clip. Where are we? 19.4. Netherlands. Give me Luxembourg. Again, not expecting this to be much of a war. You know what? Not gonna move my generals too soon anyway. What I'm really hoping is that I was in an election. I didn't even realize. USA. Why would you do this? Treaty port in Friesland. What an odd animal. Well, now I'm really started. So let's grab some more territory. No, let's not. I don't want this to go crazy. So, I want you advancing a small front here in Africa. Basically all my generals that have almost nobody under their command can get closing off these fronts in Africa. And you can deal with this one over here in Guyana. We'll put everyone else advancing the main front, the Netherlands in the Netherlands. And then we'll have you grabbing Luxembourg itself. And hopefully this will all just sort itself out. And we won't be having any problems. I'm hoping the United States being swayed will dissuade them. I can sway... You know what? a treaty port in Friesland does sound lovely. We'll see if Russia takes the bait. If they do, I'll be very pleased. Alright, Russia sides with us. And they abandon us. Well, it is what it is. We have the Austrians. Luxembourg is likely... Netherlands is likely to back down. Honestly, I'm taking such a small amount of territory that it shouldn't really be a problem at all that I'm doing this. So I think... hoping they back down. But if they don't, then it is what it is. I've got overwhelming superiority numerically in all of my friends except for this main one. But again, I don't think it's going to matter. Well, they decided to fight. That's actually pretty shocking to me, but I'm hoping it doesn't wind up being too much of a problem. Just dynamite. Cool. Let's go with mutual funds next. That should allow me to get my industrialists a little stronger. And I just unlocked dynamite, so it's time to increase the explosives-dependent methods for my mines. I also have a gold mine now, so that's, well, not right now immediately, but I'm going to have a gold mine. Alright, predictably, Luxembourg has been taken without too much of an incident. Hopefully you go to the main front. Yes, you do. Very good. All the African fronts are closed out. So all of those generals can move back to the main front. I'm really surprised that I've been able to do all of this without actually increasing the size of my military almost at all. I've been very pleased with that. Because my finances are doing just great, despite this little problem here. And that's something that'll sort itself out as I increase my, my overall situation. If uprising in Japan. Ah. Japan is colonizing Sakhalin. Excellent. I mean, not excellent. I don't actually have an opinion on that. I'm just recognizing that that's a thing that's happening. Yeah, okay, Great Britain. You get him. Yeah, you see, this has very little... Ah, another the Bonapartist world. This thing happening again. You know what? I'm just going to keep doing this. Because this should finish this out. Here we go. The Bonapartist dynasty has tightened its grip on the French crown to the point that no other claimants pose a serious challenge to its monarchist credentials any longer. Friends, does our great sovereign, Henri Bonaparte, have any equal? No, I say. He is the center of the universe, the one true pillar of order in the nation. The house of Bonaparte is without equal. Henri Bonaparte is without peer. 10 legitimacy and 50 popularity for 5 years. Or supporters of the Bonaparte dynasty all deserve all the praise. Gives power to a bunch of interest groups that are not in the government. Henri Bonaparte. That gives us a little bit of extra authority, which will be nice. And there's the repeaters production method for our arms industries. Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll also go to breech loaders for the artillery method. I didn't realize we were not on explosive shells, so we'll do that. And heck, we'll go... No, I'm not going to go crazy with that. I don't have to get silly with this. It's interesting. They... Oh, we have a short duration of war malice. Well, that's all right. That'll get itself sorted out. Can I see who's on the front here? Oh, I can. Ah, yes, we have a bunch of Americans trying to defend this front. That's what's going on. Still, our Adolphe Bourbaki. You're a pacifist. You want no colonial affairs, huh? Fascinating. Tell me more. By which I mean, bye! Rubber Rush in South Cameroon. Place seems most effective. So as you can see, our finances are improving as we increase our bureaucratic capacity working on these various government buildings that we're building. We got them down to negative war support, so they should be accepting this real soon. And there it goes. We're still 3 years away from incorporating all these territories, but that is what it is. The trade unions want universal suffrage, and frankly, I'm extremely inclined to give it to them at this point. Yeah, no one has any objections on that. We're doing it. Going to universal suffrage, not a big deal. Nobody cares a jot about it. Infamy is at 16.9. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves Tunis. Tripolitania will oppose us. That's okay with me. Let's grab just a few. We'll grab our main general, and then we'll grab a few of our smaller generals to ensure that our fronts are not completely dysfunctional. As we continue to build up our bureaucratic capacity. I'm going to incorporate Corsica. Seems right. Corsica was where Napoleon came from. I'm going to incorporate it. I'm not going to conquer Tripoli. Tripoli, your time will come, but we'll see how that goes. Russia sides with 2 Sicilies. On what exactly? Oh, there's something going sideways in Italy. 2 Sicilies wants Parma. Why do you... They're not the same logo. They're just very close. Russia sides with 2 Sicilies, but Austria sides with Parma. That should not affect me. On the other hand, there's a radical Republican revolution happening in Prussia. The Prussian capitalist revolt. What an interesting turn of events. Looks like both sides are about evenly matched. Luca sides with Parma. Great. All my adventures in Africa are just being completely ignored. This is the best. There's a movement to preserve census suffrage, although I have no idea who's supporting it. But hopefully we'll get our 2.65 million loyalists once universal suffrage completes. And then we'll have a nice solid... Henri, have a child, you fool. I don't want you to be the last Bonaparte emperor. Ooh, Sweden sides with the Prussian capitalist revolt. That's exciting. 2 arms. This war should be done really, really soon. Honestly, I'm tempted to align with the capitalist revolt just for funsies. But I'm not gonna. I don't want to shoot at Prussians just to shoot at Prussians. Plus, I don't want to be in a, what you call it? In a truce. Excellent. We progress to drafting immediately. Universal suffrage, here I come. It's going to cut us a little. It's going to reduce our authority a little bit, but shouldn't be a problem. I'm probably going to... I might go to state atheism in this playthrough, just because I haven't done it before, and because France did kind of make an attempt to do state atheism during the French Revolution. So I think it'd be more realistic than just, like, you know, being the United States and going, time for atheism. At one point. It seems we're still in a shortage of bureaucracy, so I'm going to go ahead and build another round of bureaucratic buildings. Truthfully, it's so many. We'll put them at the end there. I'm not in a hurry. We have a bad front. Yep, because all these guys went to one front and nobody went to the other front. Perfect. Alright. Make sure that happens. Return Tunisia. Set that as the war goal. Pretty soon I'll have Tunisia completely occupied. And the war has popped off. We'll see. We'll see if the Prussian capitalist revolt kicks off. I wonder what that's for. It's not about economics. It's probably about presidential republic. Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm at war with Tunisia, with Tripoli. I completely forgot. So how's the old economy? Definitely need more logging. And that can be done in Africa. Tripoli bales, that's just fine. Currently, I'm just looking for states that have got a lot of unemployment. Logging industry is pretty effective. Still, oh yeah, because I'm going to conquer the whole country. Yeah, well, that makes sense. That explains it. Discord within the Catholic Church. Let's make the industrialists stronger. With Tripoli out of the war, Tunis has effectively lost it. There's the peace deal. Give me Tunis. These states are actually pretty close to being fully incorporated. The French populations are still extremely small. So I think my only hope for making them... for achieving the Algerian department's thing is to have them be... is to achieve multiculturalism. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Alright. Is that happening? So that's a process. Brussels and Flanders and Wallonia are still pretty low on incorporation. We've gotten the Rhine area incorporated, though. Let's keep this going. So after all of this wood expansion, we're going to want some additional chemical plants. The primary problem being that these chemical plants are not productive. So we need to export fertilizer. Send some to Russia, some to Egypt. And can we sell green anywhere? We can't. Only a little bit, though. Not really. What about... Hey, there's mutual funds. What about... What do our... farms also produce wine, right? So... Interesting. Wine is actually relatively expensive. So for our next tech, I think we're going to have to go with... There's a lot of options. I do like steel railway cars. I think vulcanization is going to be best for improving our military situation. I think after that, it's got to be improved fertilizer. I got to find another way to... Actually, I'm going to improve fertilizer first, because I want to make sure that our chemical plants can stay productive. And the only way that's going to happen is if I can figure out how to sell all this fertilizer I've got. Oh, we got baking powder unlocked. That's excellent. Plus us a bunch more grain and sugar. Can I produce sugar plantations anywhere? Oh boy. Ah yes, I can go to publicly traded. Let's do it. Maximum public trading. Sugar plantations. Yes. Where do I have sugar capacity? Oh, I have sugar capacity in Tunis. How fortuitous. Yeah, we'll do it. Bam. 10 levels of those. Just got a huge pile of cash. I think it is... It's a really ripe time for a military expansion. On the other hand, I haven't needed to expand the military that much, so I'm kind of inclined not to for now. Gold mines. Sorry, that's just me wanting not to have that little icon there. Alright, all of our farms are where they are. Let's get all of our industries over to publicly traded as well. So this will make the capitalists significantly stronger. The industrialists' interest group. By way of the industrialists' interest group, I should say. It's a lot more glass and steel to go to covered markets, so I'm going to still wait on that. Surrounding filing system, secular admin. Alright, in the Eiffel Tower. Basically, I'm going to go until we get these government buildings built. We've got so much... Excellent. We're in voting for universal suffrage. We've got so much... in the investment pool that I'm going to do a massive expansion to our construction capacity. How much have we got? We got 44. Let's go up to 60. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I admit that's just kind of me indulging myself here, but I like nice round even numbers. Cotton plantation and barracks. Don't need either of those. Cool. The United States is going after Venezuela with the help of Brazil. Interesting. Dangerous equipment. The furniture manufacturers in Wallonia have seen an increase in workplace injuries due to increased mechanization and poor safety regulations. Accidents have always happened, but I feel like I used to have time to react. Not this time. I grabbed his arm to pull him out of the way, but I'd barely got hold of his wrist before the arm was all I held on to. Slow down production while the staff adjusts. Industrialists mad. We can't pull the brakes on the engines of progress. Let's do that. United States, why do you want my help against my own allies? Not going to happen. I don't want an obligation from you. All that having been said, though, this has actually gotten to be a fairly long episode. We've achieved the natural borders of France. We've consolidated Bonapartist rule. Next time, we'll probably get the natural borders of France event. We'll see what that entails. On the agenda for next time is going to be another expansion, this time in Africa and Morocco. Yeah, and we'll continue to expand our empire and see how things go from there. So, it's been a good session. This is probably going to be the end of my recording session for tonight because it is late. But for now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. I'll see you all on the other side.